6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Kryptonite Show. Your host Superman in the house. I hope you guys are having a good time out there. We're going to be getting into a pretty big topic today. Of course, a very sad one in the sense that Charlie Kirk has been assassinated in the United States. Of course, a conservative champion, a fighter for truth, and a real man of God. So we're going to talk about that to kick off the show. Then, we're going to get into crypto as normal. Stock market, and check out PulseChain, and of course XGame looks like it's coming soon, so we're going to get into all that as well. Don't forget to get in the chat as well and share the channel around. There we are on X, so just get a chance to repost that. It'd be really, really great, and appreciate that. So get out there, folks. That'd be really, really cool. All right, let's get into it. Without further ado, get into the chat there as well. Let us know your thoughts about the big events, and the ramifications could be very, very massive. So we're going to see that for sure. Cueball in house says, morning all, very sad day indeed. Yeah, a sad day. So we're going to talk a bit about that. I'm going to share some of my opinions on the fact as well. So get in the chat there also. All right, let's jump over into some of the updates. I posted this out earlier when I found out. I woke up to the news, unfortunately. Here in New Zealand, ironically enough, it is 9/11. The dates are kind of eerie. And of course, I wrote here, they killed our beloved Charlie Kirk, father, husband, Christian leader, champion of America. And of course, I think in many ways, the most important thing, saving the children from evil. Of course, we have entered an era of evil, particularly strong one. God raises up champions like Charlie Kirk to fight back. And boy, he'd done an amazing job of that. Here he is, of course, with President Donald Trump. Donald Trump, of course, saying the great and even legendary Charlie Kirk is dead. No one understood or had a heart for the youth of the United States of America better than Charlie. He was loved and admired by all, especially me. And now he is no longer with us. Melania, and my sympathies go out to his beautiful wife, Erica, and his family. And, of course, Charlie, we love you. So that was from the President of the United States there. And Charlie has been assassinated. So some pretty big deal there. Now, I've got a little bit of video here of some stuff about that. So we're going to quickly have a look at some of that. So let's go down to the bottom here. And I just wanted to play this video. This video here, of course, when Trump won, Charlie Kirk had played a pretty big role in the battleground states and with the universities, obviously with Turning Point USA, which is the organization he established when he was still a teenager, and has been a super champion and has really helped to push back against the evilness of progressivism and all the lies that they tell young people. And so, it's been pretty amazing. Of course, this they will see this as a big victory for them, the evil side, of course. Ironically, it's always their side that seems to be doing these assassinations and murders and everything else. How funny is that? Not that funny, it seems. Charlie Kirk here. Let's just play a little clip of a video here with the Trump victory, and this just shows you how much passion and heart that Charlie Kirk had put into it.
Fox News decides Donald Trump is president of the United States. We've got our republic back, folks.
Let's go.
There it is.
Everybody should remember this moment. Look, I'm gonna echo Charlie from earlier. Remember where you were when this happened. Remember where you were when you realized that the Uniparty and all of these, just the establishment, you said it's time to actually participate. And look what you guys have done.
And if anyone deserves to get tears in his eyes, it's Charlie. I think we all agree.
I think Erica was chopping some onions or something in the break room.
No one has worked harder than Charlie for this.
We gotta hear some words here from you, Charlie. You put all this together, my man. Let's hear it.
I am just humbled by God.
It's all God. It's all God. God alone. God alone.
That's all I can say.
Decision desk has it. Pennsylvania.
It's done. It's beginning.
It's beginning. So you can see that, and also the tribute to God. And that's why in the title of the video there, I've got Jesus is risen, because Jesus defeated death. And so all those who believe will be risen as well with Christ. And this is what Charlie Kirk believed. This is what they fought for, the truth of God over the truth of man. And this is the sacrifice that he's had to take for that. And now he is with, of course, the infinite goodness of God and the presence of God. And, we'll all see him one day there, I'm sure, for those that believe. And, obviously he leaves behind his wife and children. And so that's a huge, huge thing there. We're going to play a little clip about that as well.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, God shed His grace on thee, His grace uncrowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
So that's the man that they killed, and they think they're justified for it. So that's just the way it goes sometimes when you're standing up against evil. This is the price that some people pay. Sean O'Malley says, thoughts and prayers. Absolutely, Sean. Frank White as well. Rip, rest in peace, Charlie. Yeah, well, he's going to be in the glorious presence of God, the infinite goodness of God. So, it's this is the beauty. This is the good news of the Bible, of the gospel, is that Jesus has defeated sin and death, and that the ultimate battle has already been won. What they say is almost, but not yet. In other words, we wait for the return of Jesus Christ himself. And of course, a new universe and a new world will begin on that moment. So, it's all going to play out. But at the moment, we've got the battle on Earth. And, one of our great champions there has been taken out. But of course, God uses everything for good. So no doubt we're going to be interesting to see what happens from here on. That's a really big thing we're going to be looking at there. Some huge stuff there from Con Rugg. Now, obviously, he was also, not only was he fighting for truth and the goodness of God, but also he was a big believer in free speech and in getting dialogue between the left and the right, which is the irony of this. Of course, violence was used to take him out. And here's a young chap here, Chandler Crump, says, Charlie Kirk changed my life. I attended Turning Point USA's Young Black Leadership Summit in October 2018. I was 14 at the time, but Charlie told me it didn't matter how young I was. I could fight alongside him in this movement. And from then on, I attended every Turning Point conference every year from 2018 to 2025. I grew up in this movement. I became the person I am today because of the inspiration from Charlie Kirk and his organization. I will never be the same without him, and this country will never be the same either. He was a husband, a father, a man of God, and a visionary of a nation. So a really great summary there from Chandler. And you can see a couple of pictures of him with Charlie Kirk as a young guy. And, of course, a little bit older there from the looks of it as well. So pretty big deal there. And so it was really huge. Brennan says, Charlie's message to the people will be truly remembered. Rip Charlie, says Brennan. And Heart with Dog in there. Heart goes out to his family in Lombard's. Absolutely. He was a true general on the field in the battle against evil, because that's the battle we're in at the moment, right? So we saw, God protect Trump, almost got assassinated. And of course, Charlie Kirk was a softer target because obviously doesn't have Secret Service and the rest of it. But even with Trump, we saw how dangerous that was, right? So that is a pretty big deal there. So that is some of the highlights there. I don't want to go too long on this, but it's sometimes you've got to stop for these things because it's a very big deal. Donald Trump Jr. said, "This isn't my strong suit, and I don't know how to begin to put the words that I lost, the loss I am feeling right now over the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Charlie wasn't just a friend; he was a little brother to me and millions of people around the world. He was a true inspiration. He was one of the most courageous, principled men I've ever known, and he lived every day with purpose. His faith in God was unshakable. And this is the point, right? So this is the thing. Charlie would put God over everything because God is the greatest good. And he is now in the presence of God. So there's nothing greater than being in the presence of God. And so this is the way Charlie would see things as well. And of course, the way I see things as well, for those that love God. And we are up against people that are against God. So the evil in the world is pretty bad right now. And God raises up men like Charlie Kirk. But like I say, God uses everything for good that he can turn. So he can turn a disaster like this into a lot of good. So we will see where this leads in the future. Two beautiful kids showed the kind of man he truly was, as you saw that video. Just a loving father and husband. And Charlie dedicated his life to something bigger than himself. He fought tireless for this country, for the values that make America great, and for the next generation. The impact he had on young people, reaching them in masses, giving them courage to stand up, to think for themselves, and to fight for freedom is immeasurable. Now, for those that are old enough to remember, over the last 3 decades, liberals and progressives have been indoctrinating and teaching our children absolute lies and filth, and destroying a lot of our young people with depression numbers through the roof, suicides, self-butchery, things like this going on. And so this is where we are in the battle. We're really against the forces of good versus evil, and God versus the devil, and of course demons and everything else that's out there, and of course the acts of men and women, right? So everyone can be evil, and this is the battle that we are in. There is no question that Charlie's work and his voice helped my father win the presidency. He changed the direction of this nation. He certainly did. Charlie was never a threat to anybody. He was civil, he was kind, he listened and responded with respect. The only threat he ever posed was that he was incredibly effective. And this is the point, right? Because he was effective, they wanted to take him out. He was a powerful messenger of the truth, and the people heard the truth, and that's what made him a target. So in the recent years, under the Bidens and Obamas and people, we had heard truth became the lies and the lies became the truth. And this is the sign of true evil really flourishing. And of course, now we're getting it pushed back where, the truth is the truth and the lies are the lies. This loss is absolutely devastating, not only for Eric and the kids, but for the country. We've lost a leader, a fighter, and a man whose character and conviction are too rare. To think that his life was cut short by the brutal, heinous, evil act is beyond comprehension. It is horrible and it's heartbreaking. Moments like this remind us how fragile life is. We can't wait to tell people how much they mean to us, and we can't admire them in silence. Charlie knew he was loved, but I want to say it again. He was a brother to me, and I will carry that forever with me, basically. I know Charlie's legacy doesn't end here, and this is the truth. This is going to have obviously a lot of ramifications moving forward. He poured into millions of young people who will carry forward the torch he lit. Will we see 10 Charlies rise? That's the thing, right? So when we talk about God working in miracle ways, will we see another 10 Charlies rise? That's the thing, right? He built something that will outlast him because it was grounded in faith and truth and in courage. And his friends, and as his friends, I will never forget him. I will honor him by loving boldly, speaking truth without fear, and continuing his spirit of courage. His fight lives on in all of us who love him. This is an unimaginable loss for me, for his family, for everybody who loved him, and for America. Rest in peace, brother. You will be missed more than words can say, but your legacy will never be forgotten. We will keep fighting the good fight. Amen to that. So that is the big thing there. And I'm going to end with this final one here. We did have the FBI director, Kash Patel, say within about an hour ago that the subject of the horrific shooting today and that took the life of Charlie Kirk is now in custody. And so hopefully we'll find out a lot more around the motives. How was he alone? Was he part of a group? Is he part of some evil, Democrat type setup? And we've seen many of those before, haven't we? We will find out just exactly what's going on there. Thank you to the local and state authorities in Utah for your partnership with the FBI. We'll provide updates when we're able. Now, as I also understand that flags around America have going to be put at half-mast on the direction of the President of the United States. So we shall see where that all lands. So that's pretty much my coverage of Charlie Kirk. And I'm going to leave with the final message that Charlie Kirk would say, and that is God is good and Jesus is risen. And we have won in the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And that's where I think Charlie would like me to finish. So that's what I'm going to finish with there. All right, Tin Top's in house there. What's up, Hexagons? Good to see you, Tin Top. Hex Mum says, I'm devastated. My heart hurts for his family. Keep his wife, children, and family in the prayers 100%. So prayer is very, 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 very important. And Brendan says the person in custody had been released, said cash 15 minutes ago. Okay, there we go. So they're still on the hunt, it seems, for the shooter. So we're going to have to wait to see how that goes. Lots of cameras, no doubt. All right, so I didn't want to get into anything around the shooting itself. You can see that online. And of course, anything else, well, you can check that out. But once again, Charlie Kirk would be, spread the gospel, fight evil, and it's save generations and generations here as well from the impacts of evil. So there we go. All right, so we're going to get into the normal coverage now. We'll do that. Let me just see who else is in there. He says, so sad, too young, and a great loss. Charlie with all the mighty now. Absolutely, with the almighty now, 100%. Now, when Charlie was born back in 1993, I was still at university. So this gives you us an idea. He was just born at that stage. So it's pretty crazy. I was a young man at that time, and he was born then. So crazy, 31 years old. But he's with the Lord now. There's nothing more glorious than that. All right, so that's pretty much it. Let's get into the normal coverage. So we're going to get into, obviously, the stock market, and we're going to quickly cover that. We had some mixed results, but generally pretty good. So we're going to go to that now. So let's bring that up. Let me just split the studio here. Jesus is king. That is true. Jesus is king as well. Well, says Charles, Christ is risen. Charlie is alive, more than alive than he's ever been. Prayers for his family and our nation. Amen to that. That is so true. All right. So let me just change the view here. I'm going to get to the stock market information. All right. Let me just find that and stop that one. All right. What else have we got? I've got something else I've got to stop here too. Bam. All right. We're there. All right, there we go. All right, stock market. So we did have good news on the stock market. S&P 500 and record close as Oracle rallies and inflation cools. Interesting, inflation cools with the PPI, the Producers Price Index. Think of it a bit like the factory gate prices, they call it, kind of thing. We've got the S&P 500 is actually up a third of percent, 19 points to 6,500. And we've got the NASDAQ up 6.5 points, only up slightly at 21,886. Interesting enough, the Dow Jones with a lot of the manufacturing companies is actually down 0.5%, 220 points to 45,490. So that's where we are with the markets, obviously pushing new highs. If we look at the chart, we're just down from the high at the moment, but we're definitely up near the highs. US dollar is at 97.8 or 97.4, it seems there. That's definitely devalued. Just remember, as a benchmark, when Trump came in on the 20th of January this year, it was at 108. So down at 97.8, so devalued there. But oil prices also down dramatically. So West Texas was at $73.74. Brent oil is at $67.57. They're down as well. So since Trump's got in, gold price there is at $3,684, which is pretty incredible. We do understand that central banks are buying gold, and so there's a lot of breakout there. That's an all-time high. So look at that thing, absolutely beautiful, right? Looking at the last year. You can see that chart just pushing ahead there. Silver also heading towards better future. Now we know that 2011 was the all-time high for silver. That was about $48. We're at $41.80, so still a bit of way to go to get to take out the all-time high for silver. But it's going to happen, guys. And as you guys know, silver is used in a lot of modern electronics. So and of course we're in the age of the AI boom and intelligence, as they call it, the fourth industrial revolution or the fifth industrial revolution, depending on who what analyst you're looking at. But that's where we are. Now, we did have some pretty interesting news. Obviously, Oracle soared as investors got excited by the bullish AI-backed outlook. So obviously, that's pretty exciting around AI. We know AI is going to be a really big deal in crypto. Now, obviously, it's a big category for this bull market cycle. But the one I want to go to is actually the PPI, or the Producers Price Index. This is the US factory gate prices. So I think of it a bit like the wholesale, really. And because we have those two other indicators, which are retail, around CPI, etc. So US gate prices unexpectedly fell in August. So we had not so much inflationary pressures. It's really good news, right? Pointing to easier than anticipated inflationary pressures that could bolster the case for the Federal Reserve to slash interest rates at its upcoming meeting. Obviously, lower inflation is a target that they're after, right? So as well as employment. The Producer Price Index decreased by 0.1% last month, according to the data. Economists had anticipated that the month-on-month figure would climb by 0.3%. Instead, we got a 0.1% decrease, following a downwardly revised number of 0.7% in July. The cooler than expected PPI report was largely the result of a decline in services costs in August, with services costs falling 0.2%, marking the largest monthly drop since April. Investors keep close tabs on the PPI gauge because the section of the data is used to determine the metric for inflation that is preferred by the Fed. The more widely watched consumer price index is due Thursday. So we're going to get that Thursday, guys. So that will be tomorrow. We'll have that up tomorrow on the CPI. So we've got a lot of inflation data that's going to feed into the Federal Reserve and interest rate cuts, and that's what we're looking forward to be that last seal of approval on the altcoin boom, right? That's kind of what we're looking for there. So a pretty big deal there. All right, let's go to the Federal Rate Monitor and see exactly what the expectations of the market are right now. We've got less than a week, guys. We're less than a week away from the Federal Reserve's decision. Is that the end of your chance to pick up a lot of crypto at cheap prices? Is that the end? Seems like it, right? Seems like it. So there's a good chance that could be the end, and this could spur on with interest rate cuts, especially if they're higher than 25 basis points into the fourth quarter, which everyone's pretty bullish about, right? The banana part of the curve begins. So 6 days and 70 hours to go until the next Fed meeting. We've currently got a 25 basis points priced in by the market at 95.7%, with 4.3% of market expecting a 50 basis point cut. At the moment, we're at 4.5% on the federal funds rate. Think of it like the interbank rates, right, from the central bank, and we could get a 50%, possible 50% cut. I definitely think we should be getting a 50% cut at the very minimum. Probably 75 basis points would be quite nice, but we should definitely probably at least have a 1.5 percentage points, which is equivalent to 150 basis points by the end of the year. At the moment, the market's kind of been pricing 75 basis points by the end of the year, but I think that should be double that, because that would get us into a interest rate that is similar to the inflation rate itself. So, and if we get deflationary pressures start to turn in the right direction, as the PPI did, then that gives even more weight to that. So that's kind of where we are. October expectations, definitely another 25 basis points, and then a December rate cut is currently another 25. So still at 75, but I actually think it should probably be twice that amount. So we'll see what happens as we move forward. That is the stock market and crypto and stock market and economic news. We're going to get into crypto in a minute, but I'm going to come back here and talk about this stuff. So we've got any more comments? Don't forget to get the comments there. We've got a huge bunch of people watching right now, but definitely get into the comments there as well. We like a little interactive chats, as we say. So just let me pull up CoinGecko. And let's get on to that. So CoinGecko. I've got dark mode. I get dark mode. Where's dark mode gone? Dark mode. It's dark mode. Dark mode. There was a little funny thing around dark mode in Tetra, so it was pretty funny. It's a little trick for small players, but let's get into the markets there. And let's see what we've got. Can everyone see that? I think you can. If you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to smash the follow button on X at the top of the profile. And don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. We're streaming on 3 YouTube channels, so don't forget to do that. We're going to be having a new product coming out from the Crypto Night Show as part of our promotionals team. As you guys know, we are the first, professional promotions team on PulseChain. There are a couple other PulseChain promoters out there, but we've got a new product coming out soon. So if you want to find out more about that, hit myself up, or MVS Crypto is the promotional lead for the Crypto Night Show, and of course the editor-in-chief of the Monster Thread PulseChain's weekly newsletter, which is on currently 18 weeks right now. And so definitely hit us up if you're a team out there, project team. You want to get part of that action. It's a very, very cool product, and we're going to be talking about it very soon in the next couple of days. If you want to be early, hit us up on that one. It's going to be really, really good. All right, total market cap right now is 4.03 trillion on the market cap for crypto, up 2.3%. So a really good day on the crypto market. Number of coins on CoinGecko now is 18,695. We've got Bitcoin at the moment priced at 113,872, so up quite strongly there, 2.4%. We've got Ethereum there as also at 43.42, so not as strong today, but hopefully we'll get a nice little move on that as we move into the interest rate cuts coming up within less than a week now, guys. Time is ticking. It's at the end of, remember I said sort of 6 weeks ago, almost 5 weeks ago, I said, I think you got 2 to 6 weeks to go. Well, that 6 weeks is starting to run out once we get to the interest rate cut, right? And that could spur us on for the rest of the fourth quarter and potentially the end of September, which we know Tom Lee is bullish about having a higher end to the month rather than being a down month for September, as so often is. So we've got XRP right now up 1.4% at $2.98. We've got BNB at number 5 is up 1.5% at $891. Not close, pretty close to $900, isn't it? Solana there is at up 4.1% at $224. And then we've got Dogecoin there at number 9 up 2.6% at 24.5 cents. And number 10 there, Cardano ADA, which flipped Tron 2 days ago, is now up 2.3% at 88 cents there at the moment. So it's kind of where we are right now. All right, so let's get into the top performer over the last 24 hours has been Solana, up 4.1%, and the best performer over the last week in the top 10 has been Dogecoin, up 10.6% down here. That is the mark. So let's get to the top 100. Well, we got MYX Finance, which in the last 3 days has bolted its way into the top 100, is now sitting at number 55. It is up a whopping 1,365%, a major move. That's an incredible move. It is up 20% in the last 24 hours. So, wow, we did look at the site the other day. I think it was yesterday or the day before. WorldCoin at the moment, number 47, is up 108% as well. Really strong move there, $1.87. We've got Meancore there at number 50, is up 100% as well. And then we've got Pump Fund there, is up 40%, up 20% today. And that's at number 4. And then finally, number 5 is Mantle, which I think is... Mantle, is that the rename of MakerDAO? I think it is. I just can't remember exactly. No, maybe it's not. It's got one of them. Can't remember now. Up 31% there at the moment at number 5. Now, the top 1,000s, we've got Defactor, we've got Naris Protocol and Avitus there. I'm not going to go into all those at the moment. We might have a quick look at Defactor, though, because it's up a whopping 10,600% to $1.20. So let's have a quick look at this one. These are in the top 1,000, right? So that's got to push itself pretty big on that. So let's see if that pops up there without causing us too much trouble. Trending anyway at the moment is Linear, Open VPP, and Nero. It looks like it's taking a while to open up de facto, so I think we might end up leaving it there with that at the moment on the old crypto market. So I'm going to close that down. Close that down too. Probably one of the sites is taking up too much brain power. I'm just going to quickly check the strategic ETH reserve. ETH reserve. I'm just trying to find that now because strategic. I cleared my memory, see, so I've got to refine everything again, and let's see if that's on the move right now. Yeah, for some reason I've got a lot of slow moving stuff today. No, nothing new there, so we don't have to talk about that. But we will get into PulseChain next. As well, we've got a huge bunch of people watching at the moment, so don't forget to smash the follow on X, and of course on YouTube, don't forget to smash the subscribe button as well. Let's get into the next one here. So PulseChain, look at us, day 853. Can you believe it? We got Pulse right now is at quadruple 0422. That's the US price there, quadruple 0422, up 11.7%, guys. So that's the last week. Sorry, let me go to the daily. I don't remember switching it to the daily, to the weekly. But anyway, that's what it is. So Pulse, is up 2.64% at today, but it is slightly green. Pulse X at the moment, quadruple 297 is up 1.5%, and we got Ink token there, $1.56 at up 0.69%. That is the play. Excluding the OA accounts, we've got the buy and burn for PulseX at 7.72%. So that's just ticking away there. The Hex right now is the winner of today's performance, up 5.67%, and it's back over 1 cent. Isn't that cool? So that is good news there. That's very good news. That's good. All right, so that is kind of cool. Let's go to the gas prices right now. We've got 730,000 beats, so pretty low. Not as low as we saw the other day, but still pretty low. 10 cents at the moment. 1 cent for a PulseX swap at the moment. Validators, we've had a bit of a climb in Valos, 52,592 Validators, so that's pretty, maybe slightly up from yesterday, pretty similar though. And then the Bridge, pretty cool. So the Bridge there, Bridge is at 107, just under $8 million, so that's looking kind of decent. pretty stable from yesterday. And of course, we've got a new one here. Of course, it's just the PulseChain Treasury or Strategic ETH Reserve, and that is sitting at $723 million right now, and it is up $95.6 million in the money. It's in the profit. So very, very cool. Now that's going to lead us to PulseChain markets. And at the moment, we've got $12.3 million in volume. So still pretty low in volume, aren't we? We have been pretty low around this number for what, maybe 5 days? It's about 5 days, do you reckon? I think it's something like that. We've got some of the better performers right now. Now, as always, this is the deck screener view. I've just got it on trending and 24 hours. So I'm not endorsing any particular protocol. Just remember that we are just trying to go through what is, what has got the better percentage. We often have a lot of new pump tires launched, stuff like that. So remember, always do due diligence. Nothing is financial advice. The Exterminator, at the moment, it's been around for 22 hours. It's up 723%. I don't know if this has got any particular website. It does have a Twitter handle, though. Does it have any description? Fiery new token blazing through the space. What is it? Each transaction fuels burn, targeting swarm's dominance. 70% sent to the burn address, 200% burn with initial LPs, and 5% airdrop to swarm holders. 5% retained to additional liquidity there. So it does seem to be related to Swarm, if you guys are in Swarm at all. Justice. Justice is out here. This has been for 3 hours now. This is Democrats are the terrorists. They certainly are the terrorists. Unfortunately, it takes a while for the main part of America to realize it. But we're at quadruple 06 right now. So that is on the move there. A little pump tires from looks at it. Been around for 3 hours. XGame is on the move. So we've got in the title video, what do we got? We got XGame launch soon, right? XGame launch soon is it's got to be imminent, guys. Like we did talk about that it could launch between the middle and the end of September. That was 4 to 6 weeks, and it was based on the timeline that Firewell, the founder, the big whale on PulseChain, said on the RH Max interview. And so that puts us, for me, that's around the 15th September through to the end of September. We're on the 10th or 11th September, depending where we are in the world. It's getting very, very close, guys. Very, very close indeed. So, yeah, awesome. We know that they got their official gaming license, which is pretty rare, guys, in crypto. So, pretty awesome. In fact, I'm not aware of anyone else that's got one, but it's definitely rare. And, of course, a fully decentralized casino as well, as we understand, compared to some of the centralized ones like Betfury, as many of you may know. One of the popular ones that's been going for years. Very good site, but once again, not full DeFi, right? Hi, all from Blair. Big shout out there, Blair. So XGame on the move right now, and it is early days, honestly. I think it's early days on this. Look at the pump on that. 6.5 million market cap. Who knows how high this could get. Pretty awesome. This is, remember, Firewell has 4 tokens. There are 3 pump tires, and then the Solid X, the original. So the 3 pump tires are XGame, which is the name of the decentralized crypto casino, as well as the Crash game is going to be the first game. It's going to be out on at least 3 or 4 blockchains straight away. One's going to be obviously PulseChain, BaseChain, I think a PSC possibly, and another one. So I just fit the other one for that. So pretty huge. And so this is just the beginning, is it, of the pump for the old XGame. Let's have a look at the whole chart on this one. That is the chart so far. So breakaway now. Finally happening in the chart. RSI is hot on the daily. It is up at 85. Things are really ramping up with the old runaway here. Now that's the weekly as well. We have got a bit hot on the weekly as well. So just generally this would suggest a bit of tapering needed, a bit of consolidation, and we'll see. But with the launch, getting soon as this could be all a go, right? And could be one of the killer apps. Could be the killer app on PulseChain. There'll be a couple of games and GameFi and things like that are going to probably vie for viral stuff. But we're probably we're looking for one of those that really helps with mass adoption. And could XGame be that game? Could it be that decentralized crypto casino? Maybe there's a big marketing budget expected with this, and including the founder of BaseChain. Also, a lot of influencers are expected to get into this. Has a 30% profit sharing for influencers. So huge reasons for people to share it around. So it could be that viral game on PulseChain. One easily, I would say, arguably the best candidate at the moment that I've seen for a killer app. What I call a killer app, in other words, something that goes well beyond PulseChain and helps with mass adoption. So that's pretty cool. Another one, of course, is Vouch. Vouch has been the talk of the town. Now, Vouch has been on a tier as well. And I think we've got Brendan House there. We have, just remind me of the chap, it's an Australian guy that launched this. I know his name all the time, I haven't talked about him much, so I've forgotten his name to some degree. But really great guy, smart guy, super smart guy. And he's launched this Vouch token liquid staking on PulseChain. And it's currently at quadruple 6,000, let's say. It's just rounded up there. Looking really, really cool. Now, the thing about this, it has a tax on it. So it isn't like a normal reflection token, which is 5% on the buy and sell. But it also has validating. So it's got two sources of revenue, if you think about it. One from the volume of the trading and the other one from validating, right? And that validating return goes into buy the protocol as well. They do have a website. Let's quickly go to that on Vouch. So yeah, get into that. Jexa, thanks Q-Ball. Yeah, I don't know why I keep forgetting his name, but it's twice now I've forgotten his name. Thanks very much for that, Jexa. Yeah, real smart guy, Australian guy, real nice guy. Yeah. And now got this Vouch protocol, right? So liquid staking on PulseChain. Get your share of PulseChain yield, stake Pulse, valid app, dashboard by Vouch. So pretty cool like that. And yeah, they got a derivative here for of V-Pulse there, and so on. So pretty neat. What is it? Intro to the ecosystem, and you can learn about staking as well. But he's always good with his diagrams. There he is. There's Jexa there, and he's got this cool diagrams. He always great at diagrams. So there we go. That is how it kind of all works, puts together. We're not going to go through that here, but he's got lots of cool other graphics as well that I've seen out there on how it works. So definitely get a Vouch overview. Got videos there as well. So yeah, if anyone's going to be able to explain it, him and Cryptographics, they're very good with their explanations there. All right, so that is pretty cool, and it's the talk of the town with those two revenue streaming it. So constantly we're getting better business models and protocols. Have you noticed? We had Cryptographics with Unity and Taurus, which has still got to play out. I've got 4 phases for that, so it's in phase 2. And of course, we saw that Unity for the first time hit phase 2 of my phase 2, and of course, we saw already Taurus had already gone to phase 2, right? And Taurus is Unity's getting closer and closer to phase 3, which is what I call day 89. And yeah, we'll see the adjustments in supply and demand, lots of stuff. So it's kind of cool. Vouch, of course, is another great protocol with its own tokenomics, and we've seen others out there with some really cool dynamics, including RhinoFi, right, with the charging, and really loving the space where we get this innovation around not just tokenomics but business models as well, where you've actually got revenue streams coming in. Really clever, right? That's what we like. So we're getting some really good innovation here in PulseChain. More the merrier, right? That really creates a vibrant, sustainable, environment there for crypto, rather than just always pump and dump us. Everyone gets pump and dumpers are great for speculation, but you can't survive on just those alone, right? So there we go. And people are looking for investment products. The other one we've had, of course, been around for a month is 555 Club, 14% right now. And then we've got the meme coin Bria, which had been down and out for a bit there, obviously supported by Raquel Michelle and Ms. Rochelle. Ms. Rochelle, of course, becoming CEO of, was it the Coinwell Foundation, I think, something like that. But now, of course, her dog is called Bria, and so she's a big supporter. And so we are expecting big things for Bria. We talked about the Battle of the Memes, and we know that Coinarchy, one of the websites that Raquel Michelle is going to be launching soon, probably in October is my guess, along with Coinwell itself, the big DeFi platform, is on the moment. So at the moment, chart looking pretty good for pickup before it runs away. You guys decide, not financial advice, but he wants to make it number 1 meme coin. That's what he said about a month ago. So we'll see. Certainly going to get support, I would suggest you, with all the Coinwell and everything. So, and as I understand it, the AI agent that they're using on Coinwell is going to be called Bria. So it could be pretty fun there. All right, so Bria there on the move up 14% and is our number 5th best performer at the moment. What else do we got? Reserve Tay at number 7, up about 11% there. Pump Tires is. I talked about this a couple of days ago. I said, this is really underpriced. Remember that? And it's been priced up the last 2 days. So there we go. It's up 11% right now and sitting at 1.6 cents. Number 9 is Doge. Doge there sitting at 00037. This is one of the Pump Tires ones. It's been around for 7 months. Pump Tires is about 7 months old now, right? So if you see a lot of these ones with 7 months, like Pump Tires itself, they're all Pump Tires. Now, they're Pump Tires because if you go to the Pump Tires one, and you see how old that is, then you know how old Pump Tires has been around for now. And that's 10%. Number 10 is, funny enough, the last one that's up 10%. We've got 10, the top 10, and the cutoff is 10%. How about that? That's funny. Reserve Tay there. So Reserve Tay got 2 pairs in there on the Treasury bill. Getting to our number 11, we got Hex. So Hex is looking good. This is Hex, the actual fork copy of Hex, a Hex Pulse Hex. That's up 8%. Trump, meme Pump Tires, is up 8% as well. Best Everything, another Pump Tires there, all associated with Rich Hart. Most of these, I don't know about the Trump one though. Up 7.5%. We got the Hex there, obviously in the mix there. Peppy, number 15, Pump Tires as well, up 7%. ALGO, which is a Hex derivative, right? Had a really good run, isn't it? Up 6.7%. Let's quickly go into ALGO, Hex derivative there. Look at that chart, man. Had a pretty severe sell-off for 3 weeks in a row, but having a really nice bounce back there on ALGO. And of course, at some point, and it could be now, guys, could be now, that we'll see Hex at 1 cent. We'll never see it again. Really do think that. And the reason why is because if we do get this big run, Richard Hart put out about 10,000 X again, sort of and teased off another 10,000 X. I think that gets up to, based on the numbers I saw, about $5. I haven't done it myself, but I think it's about $5. So the chance to come back down to a cent again is probably pretty nigh to impossible from there. Different from going to 50 cents, right, down to 1 cent. But we'll see. Proof's in the pudding. But maybe we get next time it's only 10 cents, right? It comes down 10 cents or something. We'll see. But then things could fundamentally change, right, with the PulseChain SAC reserve, right? And we may never see that sort of prices again. So mad gains all around. We got another fight. So not only we got the XGame coming up, but we've got one of the other Pump Tires from Firewell. Now this is his own token, Firewell. Now remember, this is the one when he launched it, he didn't have 82% of it. He didn't have the most amount of it. He only had what did I say? It was about 57, 60%, something like that. I used to know the number off by heart, but that is also on the move right now. It's up 6.5%. So a late mover there, but it's on the move. Let's have a quick look at that Firewell. Actually, let's have a quick look, see where that is at on the charts. Yeah, just bouncing off the bottom, guys. So you might be getting this early. I'm just saying, Soldex is coming up. Yeah, obviously this is not the primary token, but it is the brand token. And remember, these are Pump Tires. There's only 1 billion of them. But you have to do a lot of due diligence around that, relative speaking, to SolidX as well, and of course XGame. What else? Swarm. Oh, that's the other one there. So we had this new one here, didn't we? This Exterminator one seems to be associated with the Swarm one, which is down here. Where did they go? Swarm. It disappeared. It was there, so it's moving around a bit. There it is. There's Swarm number 23. That is up 6.4% at the moment. I'm not sure who runs these projects. Let us know in the chat if you guys are aware who is actually running these projects here. It's been around only for a couple of days, a couple of weeks, 3 weeks. Swarm meme token crafted by Pump Tires. Thriving honeypot ecosystem, it says. Oh no, that's pretty scary. With 83% of its supply burned, it fosters scarcity. So there we go. Interesting. Pump Tires, and they burnt 83%. Interesting. All right, so that's the honey one there. What else we got going? We're up to here. We're up to number 27, Hex, which is one of the Pulsalium incentive tokens around Hex. So another Hex derivative in a sense. 5.7% up at the moment. We got the Pump Tires Die, been around for, this pair's only been around for 12 days, but up 6.4% there. Curve is another Pump Tires, up 5%. PUSD the Greys, of course, one of the heavyweights, is up 5% there. And Vouch Staking Pulse, that derivative for the Vouch is up 4.6%. And then we got Most Wanted here, another Pump Tires, up 4.5% at number 30. Those are top 30. And then Teddy Bear Takeover, number 31, up 4.5% there. Liquid Loans token, up 3.7% on the back of their Asia tour, as it would say, for the crypto conferences. Did a triple conference run there from the looks of it with Crypto Crazy. Mafia token from Jacob. We've got On-Chain Bet as one of the big 3 launches this month, right? On-Chain Bet. If it doesn't launch at the end, it's due to the claim is definitely September. The expectation is launch for this month. And so we'll see. Will it slip into October? We'll see. But I'm pretty sure it's expected this month. So we'll keep a lookout for that. So that is Mafia. But Mafia, when's it going to launch? October? Probably just after On-Chain Bet or at the same time. We'll find out. But it's got to be pretty close, right? Can't be too far away. Have they put out there was one more module they had to do. They sort of reset their old toll line there. Let us know in the chat there. Your Mum, number 35, up 3%. a 9-inch. Of course, Hexy Bastard is back, and we'll see what he's got to do there. One of the biggest sacrifices, of course, for PulseChain, $16 million. So we'll see what sort of magic he can make there at the moment. And of course, we know Texas will probably rebound pretty strongly. Fitzgerald Company here. Was it the quad owners? Let's see where this is at the moment, and how far down. Oh my! Oh, I haven't looked at this since it started retracing. Oh my god! Oh my gosh, guys, come on, man, come on! And who was critical? Put your hand up. I was, right. So I said it on live stream. Oh my gosh, that's dreadful. That's dreadful. Oh man, that's dreadful. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's too bad. That's too bad. Let's have a look at the ownership. Is it going to give us an update on the ownership? Let me see what the ownership looks like. Didn't we have 4 guys? Right, we've got 3 guys now. Oh my god. I haven't laughed like this for ages. This is crazy, guys. Anyway, so there were definitely 4 owners, right? And there's only 3 big owners now. So one of them, did he gut the whole thing, which is what I said. I can't remember. I'll go back and watch my previous live stream. I'm pretty sure there were 4 guys, right? I don't know. Let me know in the chat if you guys have been following this. I know there were a lot of people into this, but I said to you, this might be 4 guys, but only take one of them, just one of them to take the money, right? Take the pot of gold, as it were. Take the pot of gold. And the chart definitely looks like that, right? Where we're down, 187k liquidity, so it's still, still got decent liquidity in it. But man, that's crazy. What was the market? It went from it peaked out. Oh, look at the market. Peaked out at 85 mil, and is now 5.2 mil. Man, that's what I said, right? I said it because I had seen this before where 4 guys got on a screen and they said, oh, we control 95% or whatever the supply, 99% of the supply, and we're all good guys. And some of them may be good guys. I'm not saying they're not. But this takes one guy, right? This takes one guy. They go, oh, MG, this is a lot of money. I'm taking it, right? So anyway, we see the big volume there. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. I'm pretty sure there are 4 guys. There are 3 guys there now, but I will go back and check my video. It's been a while since I looked at it, as you guys know. This is on the weekly candles, by the way. Looking at the daily candles, that is the daily candles there. So I had a big rally, and then it got sold down, and then a big volume one here on the 13th. So that is that is the old Fitzgerald there. Solid X though, this is the big one, right? Solid X number 39, up 2.8%. This is the one that could really start to rock and roll, guys, because this is going to get all the benefit from the XGame burning, right? All the incomes are going to be burning this, and of course, if you hold a certain amount of XGame, you're going to be able to stake it and get some, real big utilities that I don't think we've got on the chain, which includes bank accounts and credit cards. Firewell's talking about some pretty big stuff here, and so this could be huge, right? People will find that very, very useful, those sort of stuff, as well as the big buy and burn, burning, increasing the value of the token, and of course getting rewards as well for staking. So keep a lookout for that. It's a pretty friendly price entry. That's the market. So let's go to the price again. A pretty friendly price entry here right now, $9.42. Now you guys hit it here. You guys hit it. Do due diligence though. Not financial advice, but it's just common sense there, but probably. All right. Soon is the thing. Launch soon for XGame. BBC there, along with 9-inch. So 9-inch is the number 35. BBC at number 39. It's up 2.7%. Let's have a see where that is actually. This is on 9-inch. This is paired with 9-inch, so it's off the bottom. At least versus 9-inch. So what else we got going? MoonX at number 42, up 2.7%. GoPulse but 2.6% as well. That's pretty much it. So where's Goalpost? 10 cents. Pretty much stuck around 10s, isn't it? Like 8 to 12, but typically at 10. What else there? Unseen at 2.5%, number 46. UFO at number 47, up 2.25%. Number 49 is Incentive Token, obviously, up 2.3%. And then, of course, Solid X, another peer there at up 2.3% at number 50. Now, I think that's where we're going to finish there, but we will talk about some of the big protocols that are below the top 50. And then we've got Time Dividend there, up 2.2%. Sparta is up 2.2%, another Hex derivative treasury, or down there. What else is pretty interesting here? PulseX is down there as well. Let's see here. Some of the PGC pairs there. Oink, which was doing well yesterday, down a little bit today, or just only up 1%. PulseChain store there up 0.5%. Now PulseChain store, I think they're the ones doing the big T-shirt giveaway, so big shout out to that team. That's pretty cool. And grab yourself a free T-shirt today. I think that's it. For Investor, all the way down here at number 80, is it? No, 82. $75 right now. Top Hat from Crypto Coffee, down 2%. Love.io from Anderson, down 2.4%. Teddy Bear there from James Maria, down 3%. Peacock from Liberty Swap is down today, 6.6%. Is it losing a bit of the glare there? Losing a bit of the glare. Now, I do know that they've got SuChain about to launch, haven't they? SuChain ready to go. Guys, we're going to be able to bridge from SuChain. Yeah, so if you're over in there, that's really cool. The last one we got was Solana, which was a huge thing, man, getting Solana connected up to PulseChain. That's so good. So SuChain is coming, and yeah, big times. Liberty Swap not fading. Is that a good price to entry? Looks like it. It's getting pretty friendly. It's really down low. So, but of course, they can always go lower. But let's see. But it's up against Bria now on the move, right? Bria's on the move now, and so yeah, the battle of the memes continues. Yep, that's pretty much it. We got Unity down here at $15, and we're going to talk about that, right? It's a good place to finish because we had the correction. And you guys know it. Who was talking about it? Yeah, I was, right? Phase 1. All right. So phase 1 is here, right? So phase 1. Oh, actually, let's get a different one here. So we're going to go to we're going to go to drawings. We're going to go to drawings here. So we've got this. That is phase 1, right? So phase 1 is where the price just runs up because there's no supply to sell down into it, right? And the buy and burns, they're buying it up. People are speculating. People are buying it and staking it. And the liquidity is getting filled out, right? It's like a liquidity. So that's kind of what we saw up to this point, right? Let's put it to there. And then the second phase, that's phase 1. Phase 2 is here. So let me put that out there right now, phase 2, which will put phase 2. We'll have a little gap just so we can see the differences there. Phase 2. So phase 1, and we saw this with Taurus, right? And Taurus is in phase 2 as well. This is phase 2, and Unity has just ended phase 2. And that's because we had about 1,200 tokens coming out today. So it was like the first day for day 23. And we've talked about that, right? So that's playing out there. But this is going to go all the way through to day 89, right? So how far is that? Day 89. That's a bit further down. So day 89. Let's see if we can get to day 89. Day 89. I knew I hadn't made enough room. Day 89. Third time lucky? What do you guys reckon? 39 lucky. So about the 15th of November approximately. So we'll drag that along to the 15th. So what's phase 2? So phase 2, we've got the supply coming out, right? So it's going to continue to come up, ramp up the supply like we're talking about into millions, right? And so that's phase 2. Then day 89 is the first day that all the max creators, right? The max creators will come out. Now I'm expecting that to last for a minimum of 20 days. So how long is that? 20 days. So I did it exactly 20. Yeah, I got that one right. Thumbs up for me. So that's 20 days, but I actually think that it's 20 days because what's on the day 20, like after that is, we've got day 89, right? But then it's like 21 days. So it's actually slightly more. So we'll do it one more day. All right, thumbs down. I just changed it to 1 day. But so that's 21 days. But actually, it's probably more like 30 days because they're kind of adding on an extra 10 because we'll have the the third part called, I've forgotten the name now. Let me go remember it. Let's go to the thing. So we got the burn treasuries, right? So we've got the buy and burn, we've got the buy and build, but it's the fractal, right? The fractal there gets called on day 110, and that's going to be pushed into the buy and burn, right? So the fractal money goes from here, gets put into the buy and burn, right? Tops that up day 110. So that's kind of my logic there. So that gets us to around about the 7th. Hopefully I'm right on the date there, but around the 7th, and then that's when we get the money in. So, but that's why I've got we could reasonably have it here. You could have a phase 3 here, or you could say, well, actually, it might take another 10 days further. So therefore, it's more like up to the 17th, and that's kind of the logic that I had. That might have a bit longer there, and then we'll get into the next phase, which will be the forever phase, right? Forever phase, which is kind of the operations phase, right? The business as usual phase. And yeah, we'll have more, fractals in the future, but that's kind of the basics there that we sort of get on for the forever phase onwards and onwards. So that's kind of my logic there. Excuse me. We got Rich Landon in the house there. Cheers. We've got Vets and Crypto in the house there. Reposted the stream. I appreciate that. Big shout out to Vets and Crypto. Big shout out to, we've got so many cool community members out there that really help a lot. So, and Vets and Crypto's always crushing it. And I hope your SolidX trading bot there is doing really well, and you've had lots of referrals on that. That'd be cool. It's turned out to be very, very popular. I think it's gaining more popularity. So we're probably going to be promoting that a lot more too moving forward. So pretty cool. All right, so that is the play there on Taurus. On Unity. This is on PulseChain, right? Current price is $15.17. So that's, you're wondering why we got that. It's because we had the big inflation, right? So let's go to see what that all means. Obviously, the reward pools dropped to 1.5 mil, still pretty amazing. Liquid supply is 5,825. Looks like a lot of that stuff was sold originally, so still not a big supply, but it looks like it was pretty much sold based on that because we see the price chart go beep down, right? Looking at the amount that came out. So if you're wondering where day 23 is, that's the day that we just went through. That is this candle here, right? The first day we jump from about 100 tokens to 1,600. So I said 1,200, 1,600 tokens actually, almost 1,600 tokens. And now we're in that new zone, right, where we got candles around that amount coming out. The next big step up would be day 34. So day 34 will be the next step up. So if you think about on this chart, then day 34 would be around the 21st September. So 21st September there, that would be around there. So this is when you should reasonably expect the next step up. When we're talking about a big step up in adjustment, and therefore the price will probably continue to go down here like this. It will get offset by the buying boom, which is about $4,000 a day, and the liquid building, which is about $2,000, so about $6,000 a day, does have an offset. And any speculation or staking would also have an offset, right, for the new supply. So that's why it sort of may not be as fast as you might think. And then by day 21, we should see the price really start to come down and adjust, right? So it's very important there. And that is day 21st September year. So there we go. I think that's what I had on my chart, right? 21st, yeah, so it looks pretty good. What else? I think that's kind of the key stuff there. 2.2 billion in shares. This is really good, guys. So, yep, fun times. Now, we always knew from the beginning, don't get surprised about Unity and Taurus, because we knew that the demand, supply and demand would adjust, right? There's no surprises there. So I'd be surprised if you didn't read the white paper or listen to any of these spaces or listen to cryptographics or something. You might be surprised, but apart from that, there's no surprise. All right, so kind of cool. That is Unity on there. Nice. All right, so that's it. That's all we got today. So we got Vets in there. Solar Trader Bot just works beautifully from sniping to trading. It's super fast, and he's got his referral there. So there we go. If you want to join up the trading bot, that is Vets in Crypto. All right. What else are we going to say? Yeah, we're at 58 minutes on the hour. I think we're probably going to finish up there. We've got a huge amount of people watching right now, so I really do appreciate all your support. Hope you guys have enjoyed the coverage today. Once again, a special tribute to Charlie Kirk. I mean, absolutely amazing person, fighting for God, fighting for truth, fighting for the children, fighting for America, and fighting for you out there. Really, really awesome stuff. In such a peaceful and respectful way, opening up dialogue between different political discourses, and unfortunately, life taken today, but all for the glory of God. And so that's what's happened today. All right, so on that note, we might leave it, and I'm going to go here, and actually, when am I going to go back here, actually? And we're going to hide the screen, and I'm going to leave it out with a tribute to Charlie Kirk. Just what a champion, what a hero. And there's going to be a lot of things come out of this. It's going to be really amazing to see. All right, take care, everybody, and God bless you. Jesus is risen, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And I'll catch you again tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, and look forward to it. Take care, everybody, and bye for now.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited